Hi everyone! If you're thinking to run for office and you still don't have a topic, what about raising taxes?
If we hope to realize our aspirations as a great planet, we must each pay our fair share to achieve those noble goals.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe it's not the most engaging topic ever.
Is this the political process? Because I'm here to get involved in it.
Today we'll be talking about Futurama. It was a spin-off of The Simpsons that I used to watch as a teenager. If you thought that The Simpsons were political, Futurama was way much more political. In 1999, Futurama was giving us a glimpse of what the future was going to look like. And now, it's time for us to take a trip to the past and to review this one. So what are we waiting for? Let's get into it. Today's episode is called Decision 3012, and it deals with the premise that, just like in 2012, there's a president running for re-election, but this time it's not Barack Obama, but Richard Nixon, who in the future is the president of Earth. Now the Futurama crew is trying to look for a new candidate that can challenge him. I'm really excited about this one. Let's check it out.
My fellow Earthicans, I'm proud to announce I'm running for re-election as President of Earth, the greatest planet in the world. Yeah! Is everyone enjoying their free beer?
Well, it's good to know that populism hasn't disappeared in the future.
Listen up, nitwits. Who here is tired of illegal space aliens taking our good Earth jobs? Yeah! Me too. So, if I'm re-elected, I promise to build a really big Dyson fence across the southern border of our solar system.
By the way, this episode was broadcasted 4 years before Donald Trump ran for president.
Welcome to debate 3012. The environment. Yes or no?
Now, just a minute. These are important issues. We can't just reduce them to sound bites.
Well, this is not strange. Actually, many times the voice of reason in the room is not the most popular. But still, this is a humble step to understand that even if you are not the most popular candidate in the world, but if you have a good intention, maybe you need to surround yourself with people who can help you change your image and become a little bit more charismatic so you can reach out to the people better.
Hello? I'd like to volunteer. Is anyone lurking?
This is very important. No organization in the political world, and no organization either, if they don't take the political path but then for social change, will not survive without volunteers. And this is very important, that no matter how, you always have to be welcoming with your volunteers, and you will always have to have something in the office or something that actually makes them feel very welcome, because they will be the best allies with you.
I give up. No one cares about my message. I never should have used the same PR guy as 1 Hour Hot Dog.
People will wait for something good.
Well, this is not a surprise. If his PR guy has that level of enthusiasm, then no wonder why he actually was just trying to speak so disconnected to the people, and he was just trying to sell up his policies. A smart person with good ideas and with good intentions but with no good communication is actually someone who is just doing wishful thinking.
No, don't quit. You have great ideas. You just need to get them out there with social media. Look, I posted your debate video on Facebag.
This is something so basic that social movements and political movements actually fail many times, and is cross-media platform communication. You need to make sure that whatever you say is going to be posted, not only for the ego, but it's actually for scrutiny and for people to have access to your message in different channels.
You really think I have a chance?
Absolutely. We just need to conceal your intelligence and honesty in a hipper, dumber package.
Wow, that was a little bit savage and also quite condescending. I don't think that you need to dump down the message. What you need to do is to simplify it in order to make sure that everybody can understand it, because everybody speaks a different language and has different ways to understand an issue.
Election 3012, the choosening. As the Iowa caucus approaches, the state's hippest citizens turned out for an old-fashioned flash mob.
Chris Travers got a bump in the New Hampshire polls today, where he simul-dined in 250 diners at once via hologram.
I don't know how it's going to be in the future with holograms, but actually physical presence is the best tool of campaigning that you have.
Our nominee is the senator from the nation state of Hawaii, Chris Travers.
We the people did it!
It wasn't we the people, it was you the mutant. Your insightful nagging really won us over.
Yeah, you explained his positions in a way even an idiot could understand. And that appealed to me, for whatever reason.
Well, again, that's very condescending and a little bit savage, but then the whole tone of this cartoon is like that. But this is very important. Fry, which is the guy who said, I'm an idiot and I understand the message, understands that. And he represents the regular guy. And this is very important. If you have a social cause, if you have any type of campaign, you have to make sure that everybody understands your message. You cannot make the mistake to only use advocacy and then just to aim for those policymakers and those on the top to understand your message. You have to make sure that your message is a priority for everybody.
If you want my opinion, Nixon's only chance to defeat Travers is with filthy lies, dirty tricks, and good old Quaker thuggery. And I'm just the guy for the job.
Actually, that's really true. If you work in politics or in social change causes, you have to expect that there's going to be a lot of dirty tricks from the other side. And yes, in an ideal world, that wouldn't be like that, but that's many times actually how the game is played. It is sad, but you need to understand the mindset of your opponent in order for you to succeed and then to understand what mistakes to avoid.
Hello, dirt. I'll start at N for...
If you don't know what this reference is about, this is about the Watergate scandal that ended up the presidency of Richard Nixon.
Is that you, Big Throat?
In the flesh.
Listen, I need some dirt on Senator Chris Travers.
Come closer, and I'll expose what I know. There's nothing. He's as clean as a freshly waxed buttock.
It is not a surprise that they are trying to look for the record of what you have done, and that is actually very important. Many times I keep saying that you have to be an example when you are running a cause, when you are the leader, and when you are in the front line. You have to avoid temptations to actually commit something that is a little bit controversial, just because that can be on the tabloids. On the other side, if you have actually a bad record, the worst thing that you can do is just to deny and to say there is no evidence that that has happened. If you have made mistakes, the only thing that you can do as a leader is just to embrace them and say, yes, I made a mistake. Yes, I'm sorry I offended some people. And yes, I'm ready to move on now with the understanding that what I did was wrong. Do not try to deny the things. And then hopefully you will actually see that those cases are actually more trusted than those who have zero bad things in their record.
I'm sorry, but there's not one unusual thing about Senator Chris Zaxar Travers.
Wait. His middle name is Zaxar? Sounds kind of alien. The voters hate aliens.
They sure do, but this guy's as human as you or me.
I don't care what he is. We'll start a rumor that he's an alien.
Maybe some of you don't know, but this episode was actually released in 2012. And by the time Barack Obama was running for re-election, and there were many conspiracy theories about he not being born in the US, where was his birth certificate. Trump was actually very vocal about it. They were just saying that, like he's a Muslim, he must be born in Africa, therefore he's not able to run for president. But then those were just conspiracies, and then I think that Futurama is just capitalizing on those and then just saying let's start a rumor, because that was kind of like acceptable at the time. Still, it's not ethical, it's not very acceptable, but it's a good catch-up reference to what they are actually trying to do right now.
Senator, in the last 10 seconds, I've heard reports you weren't actually born on Earth. Care to evade these compelling charges?
No! Yes! I'm not going to dignify this preposterous charge. Are there any real questions?
Many times when social or political leaders get this type of accusations, they just start panicking and then saying, I am not going to even respond to those things because those are outrageous. And then many times actually the best thing is just to confront those things with the truth. Just say, here's my birth certificate, here it is, and then let's settle this down, and then kill the rumors from the beginning. If you do not respond because you believe that you're being elegant, actually you're just building up on the rumor, and then you're helping the conspiracy theory. The best thing is, as we say in Spanish, just to kill the snake by the head.
Okay, let's nip this Earther movement in the bud by releasing your Earth certificate. Where were you born?
Our Lady of Patriotism Hospital.
Patriotism. Good. Where is it?
Kenya.
Cradle of humanity.
Leela, this is just a stupid distraction from the issues. Please don't look for my Earth certificate.
Yes, he's right. His opponent is trying to distract people from the real issues. Still, he should settle down the issue so there is no more to talk about, and then we can move the page.
It's time to find Senator Travers' Earth certificate and put an end to this nonsense. Who wants to help me break into the hospital in Kenya? I don't understand. There's no Earth certificate in here.
No, there isn't. I told you not to look.
So you're not from Earth after all.
Of course I'm from Earth.
Wait a second. There's no Earth certificate, but it does say your mother was admitted to the maternity ward this morning.
I should have known the truth would come out sooner or later.
And that is the reason why I was saying that you have to embrace your mistakes, because always, and he's very right on this, the truth always comes out, and you're better known for the one who admits that there is something wrong than the one who lied about it and then now has to apologize.
It's not too late. You can still win the election.
No, I can't. The Earthers are right. I have no Earth certificate.
But you will have one in just a few hours. And everyone will know it's real, because we'll broadcast your birth on live TV.
If it's on TV, it has to be real.
Well, that was a cute analogy in 1999. Nowadays you will say, if it's not in social media, then it is actually not real.
We are able to declare a winner. Chris Travers, who leapt backwards in time and ahead in the polls, has defeated Richard Nixon.
Well, there you go. Birth certificate is out. Issue is settled. And this is a very important lesson for many people, because if you're in a social cause, you just need to understand that many times it's better just to settle down the issues and just move forward with your campaign. That's the way that you stop the distractions.
Thanks to you, Leela. You stood by me and exposed my private medical records, even after I begged you not to.
Aw, thanks.
And this is actually something very cool, because many times actually your ego will tell you not to be transparent, just to focus on the issues, just to focus on your cause, and then not to pay attention on what is important for the people. But then many times you need people like Leela in your campaign managers, volunteers who will remind you, hey, this is an important issue, let's address it, and then let's settle it down, and then everything will be fine.
Nothing's gonna change.
What? How can you say that?
Watch and learn.
What's happening?
You see, since Nixon wasn't elected, the robot uprising didn't happen, and Travers never got sent back from the future.
And the votes are in. Richard Nixon, running unopposed, has been re-elected by a narrow landslide.
Wow, it really doesn't matter who you vote for.
Well, that is a terrible message, and I don't agree with them. I do think that your vote matters, even if you don't win, because what matters is that you put all the effort to actually die another day, to defend your cause, and then to continue pursuing for change. Maybe not this time, but then for sure in the next election. There is always a tomorrow, and there is always an opportunity for you to fight for that change that you're trying to bring to the world.
You got it.
Well, I'm a little bit disappointed with this episode, but we can draw some good conclusions out of it. On the first hand, actually this is a very good lesson for people to embrace their mistakes or their flaws or even some things that are important for the constituency and for the people. And then it's important for you to be humble enough to recognize that those things that maybe are imperfections on your side are very important for people. And then you need to understand that if you are in the front line, you're going to be scrutinized, and that scrutiny has to be settled down in order for you to be able to talk about the important issues. As I said, it's better to say I embrace my past than to say I deny my past. The truth always comes out, and then be the one who is not only apologizing but also be the one remembered because he or she lied. And on the second hand, this is also a very good lesson on the importance of having a supportive campaign team. At the beginning of the episode, we saw that he had a PR manager that was terrible. He didn't have any enthusiasm. He didn't have any drive to push forward this candidate. And then comes Lila, who started as a volunteer, then became a campaign manager, and was the one pushing the boundaries of the candidate. It's someone who is challenging the candidate, as the candidate was saying, I don't want to do this, but the campaign manager was the one saying, let's do it. And at the end, he did it. He won, kinda. Let's say that he won, but that is very important, to have a campaign team that is challenging you and that is trying to make you better, even if you're reluctant for that change and that extra push.
Nixon always wins!
Yeah, Richard, whatever. I disagree with him. I do think that actually at the end of the day, always the good causes win, as long as we're persistent enough. But what do you think? Leave a comment in the comment section. Maybe suggest to me what is the next episode I should be reacting to. Subscribe, hit the bell, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.